There are much deeper issues.
Yeah, the Somali community, they're mad at him. They're after him. Sheesh. Somali community, let's be real quick. We have built a community that can only survive by hiding its flaws. Yeah, right? We have failed to build a strong community that can self-criticize without, falling apart. Because the reality is the moment someone within our community have a different way of thinking or wants to criticize certain our beliefs and our thoughts and our ways, what do we call that person? We literally assume that person to be non-Somali. He's probably Oromo, Galo, woo, throw labels at him. Sheesh. The reality is we have failed to have these real conversations, the things he mentioned in our own community. We have failed to have that conversation. Sheesh. Somali community, I'm sorry if that was too harsh. Come here. Nunai, Nunai. Too much? Okay. Let's just take this as a wake-up call. How about that? Okay? And let's begin to have these real conversations going forward. Because the reality is, we're in the West now, we're visible. So we must have these real conversations, okay? And in the West, it doesn't expect you to be perfect. But the West, the culture here, it does expect you to be organized, honest, and evolving. Chill like that. So just let's lock in. That's it.
For having me. There are much deeper issues. I've moved into the US and in Maine about 11 years ago. And basically, the first question that members of my community asked me which tribe I belong to, and when I mentioned, so I fell into that category. So there's a deeper tribal rivalry going on in the community, much larger than anybody can actually imagine. And then interestingly enough, even though I spoke very good English, one of the things that I was told to do is go find a discounted housing Section 8, which I didn't know what actually it was, and sign up for all the other community benefits within the government or the state. And my response was, I'm actually here to work and build, basic and become part of the American fabric, which is
Abdi,
pretty much what I've been working
incredibly
on for a
fascinated by
while.
what you're having to say, so much so that I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to clarify. So when you felt that pressure and you were told to go join, public welfare programs once you moved here, where was that pressure coming from? Are you saying it's like cultural, like neighborhood, like neighbors telling you this is what you should do? How were you pushed in that direction?
Well, it was coming from the community that actually thought that was just a way of life, right? Instead of being asked about what kind of school I want to go to, what subjects I would love to study, and those interesting conversations weren't there at all. And my response was, can we do better things? Can we as a community actually integrate? And let's listen to that word, interestingly, because that had got me a huge backlash. This is many years ago that many people thought, no, let's not talk about integration. And I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for a pushback against this idea of sort of melting into America, becoming part of America. And
right.
Let's just be very clear that I haven't arrived here as a young man. I mean, I came here at age 29, so I was well informed about my culture and my community growing up in the civil war in Somalia.
Incredibly, you're telling me you not only were discouraged from integrating into America, but you were also encouraged to stick to your tribal allegiances from back in Somalia, and those tribal allegiances and divisions remain here in America. That stat I showed, I'm curious, Abdi, about the percentage of the Somali population on some form of welfare, 80%, and stays that way over a 10-year period. Does that surprise you?
In some ways, it does not. Let me give you one example here. When I was in Somalia, a huge part of the population in Somalia, we're talking about 20 million people in Somalia, a huge number of that depended on $100 that family members in the U.S. sent back home. So there was not a lot of work to rebuild the country or get to work or, just basically building things. So this whole idea of receiving things the easy way has unfortunately actually evolved and became part of our way of life.
He spoke about his own community, and now the internet can't stop arguing about it. But what did he actually say? That's exactly what's happening right now. A Somali refugee gone viral after calling out fraud within some parts of his own community sparked a wave and reactions online. Some are praising him for his honesty. Others say certain conversations should stay private. Like, why? Why should it be private? So, what did he actually say? And why is this hitting such nerve? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a conversation. As always, credit goes to the original creators for every single clip used in this episode. Disclaimers: this video is for educational purposes. It is not meant to hate or discriminate against anyone. The goal is to discuss real challenges and perspective openly and respectfully. In this video, we are breaking down the claims, the backlash, and the bigger conversation behind it all. Let's get into it.
Okay, so this guy called Abdi Ifteen or Somali Cowboy is basically going on Fox News every week, breaking down Somali politics and clan dynamics and all of that, right? Now, let's be honest here. Fox News is not confused about Somalis. No, they didn't bring him on just because they want some education on Somali politics. No, they brought him in because he fits a certain role. Yeah. I mean, imagine you inviting someone from a certain group you already don't like just so you can say, oh, see, even he is saying it. He is there to translate his own people in a way that make the audience and Fox News feel very, very comfortable, validated, justified. That's the job and that's the role. Now, from his side, Somali Cowboy, the mindset is, oh, if I criticize Somalis hard enough, if I am honest, they will respect me. Yeah, they'll see that I'm different. But let's call it what it is. The clap, or how do you say, berem, the praise he's getting on Fox News, that's not equivalent to respect. No, absolutely not. And here is where the whole I'm different mentality totally falls apart. He might think that his politics separates him, or his honesty, or his loyalty to America, right? But when people like Trump or Fox News, right-wing conservatives, talk about Somalis, refugees, Muslims, they're not doing any background checks on your ideology. No, they're talking in categories, and you're still in that category. Sitting there and breaking down clan politics on Fox News doesn't solve anything. It doesn't reform any Somalis, and it doesn't protect him. All it basically does is give an audience that already dislike you more reasons to feel justified. Every community has internal problems, so my message to you is very, very simple. Be careful. I mean, you think you're speaking freely, but all you're doing is helping people who already don't like you to feel smarter about not liking you.
They really the reason why Trump terminated Somalian TPS status. They really the fucking reason why. Big Beamer truck. You see that? X5. He went the X5 way on our dollar. Look. Big Beamer driver. Look. His own fucking brother had another company doing the same shit. The reason why Donald Trump just deleted all of the Somalians' TPS status is because of these people in Minnesota. They came over here, they've been doing it for years, committing fraud after fraud after fraud, and I think that these last stunts was the last straw. Y'all got the wrong or right president in office to get your ass.
At its core, this situation isn't just about one person going viral. It's about the tension between the truth, loyalty, and accountability. Speaking out against your own community is never simple. For some, it seems as a courage addressing uncomfortable issues that might otherwise stay hidden. For others, it feels like betrayal, especially when those conversations play out in public where they can't be misunderstood or taken out of context. And that's why reactions have been divided. Some believe this is a necessary conversation, one that could bring awareness and possibly lead to change. Others argue that these kind of issues should be handled privately, where there is more room for nuisance and less risk for harming the community's image. And both sides raise important questions. Where is the line between accountability and loyalty? When is speaking out help? And when can it do more harm? And who gets to decide how the stories are told? What makes this even complex is the role of the internet. Once something goes viral, the conversation quickly moves beyond the community itself, bringing in outside opinion that may not fully understand the context, and that can shift the entire narrative. So maybe this isn't just about what was said, but how it was said, where it was said, and how people choose to respond. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think speaking out publicly was the right move, or should this conversation stay within the community? Let's talk in the comment section because this conversation is far from over. If this is your first time here, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you never miss further conversations like this. See you in my next episode.